Have you ever seen these beautiful pictures of your oppa or oni on the internet? A beautiful, shining being captured in a fleeting moment, a graceful angel frozen in time. As you gaze upon these images, you realize something. You've seen this outfit before. How could you not? This is the outfit from that era, in that year, appearing in that time frame of a music video, and in that music show's performance on that date, of that month, of that year. You acknowledge the Cordy's work. She really did do a good job bringing out your oppa's best features. But wait! You've memorized every single performance and have every single one of them saved on your computer organized by era, but you don't recall ever seeing this keyframe appear as a high-resolution image. As you admire his magnificence, you notice a watermark on the corner of the image, and suddenly it all makes sense to you now. This is the work of a Fansite Manager. However, the job of a Fansite Manager exceeds just taking photos of your oppa in his elegance. You must become very committed as well. If you are willing to make such a brave sacrifice for your oppa, then I will teach you how to become the elusive Fansite Manager. Hi, I'm Bunny Sunday, PhD in Kpop. Some of you may remember my appearance quite differently. Now, before you accuse me of plastic surgery, I must be honest with you all. I simply became prettier as I turned 20 years old this year, and I did not undergo plastic surgery. I only got prettier, but nothing more. It is simply an effect of age and losing my baby fat. But if I did, only hypothetically speaking, it was for medical reasons and totally not because I wanted to look prettier. Anyways, my suspiciously altered appearance aside, welcome to How to Become a Fansite Manager. Let us begin. Step 1. Create a website. In order to become a Fansite Manager, you must have a website. If you don't have a website, then you'll just be like a fan like the rest of those peasants, and you know you're way better than them. You know your oppa so much better. While back in the day you needed an actual website for this to work, now,
Insert year here.
we have social media. Open an Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Snapchat, Facebook, and come up with a catchy name that will be sure to get you noticed. Make it related to your oppa, whether it's references to his group name, or his name, his nickname, etc. I'm going to call this Oh Se-hoon because I am obviously the most clever and creative person to have thought of this name. Now that you have a name and a site, it's time to move on to step 2. Get a camera. Take a look at your phone and open the camera app. Take a few pictures, try different angles, different lighting, different times of day, outside, inside, some filters. And then take that phone and toss it into the trash where it belongs. Because how could such a tiny camera do your oppa any justice? Oh my god, to fix this we have to go to the electronics store to find your weapon. Capturing device of choice. Don't pick anything small or light, or anything within reasonable measure to carry around for a normal person, like this one. That simply cannot do. So, did you find one? Oh, that's absolutely adorable. Rookie mistake. You will be mistaken if that's enough though. Now, you must change the camera lens to a more modest size. There we go. Now, no matter how far away you are from them, you'll see every detail of oppa like he's always beside you. Isn't that wonderful? You respect his personal space so much, you're willing to sacrifice seeing every pore of his face right next to him, and instead see every single one of those pores on his face from a distance behind a screen. Here's another plus to your small investment. Oh, not that. That's your phone that you should have thrown into the trash. Here's another plus to your small investment. If someone tries to get too close to your oppa, don't worry. There's absolutely no way your oppa could possibly be hurt by this behavior. It's not like everyone else is doing the same thing as you. Step 3. Take some pictures and upload them. After following those instructions, you should have gotten yourself some wonderful pictures of oppa. Be it up close or far away, in an airport or in a concert or on the street. You have them all. Except Oppa isn't as perfect in these pictures as he looks under the stage lights or in his photo shoots. Oppa's skin tone is darker than the pictures and his pores are visible. And his skin, it seems Oppa has acne like me too. The dark circles under his tired eyes echo sleepless nights of practice and performance stress. He looks almost like a regular person and not some mythical being to be worshipped. Oh no! That sounds like an achievable standard almost too healthy and non-detrimental to the mental states of these idols to uphold. That can't be right. So let's pull up Photoshop and fix him up. See, blur his face a little bit, use the contrast, brightness, so he looks like a pale ghost, and then we smack your logo into the center. There we go. Let's upload the pictures now. Those clicks should be coming in any time now. Remember, Oppa is perfect the way he is. Except, what I mean by the way he is perfectly molded into my ideals and nothing else. Wait a minute. Look! Unedited has the exact same pictures but in slightly different angles. You're not special enough for anyone to care about your pictures. Looking back, you remember that there were about 50 other people also crowding around with their massive cameras, shoving each other in the sea of humans in the airport, pushing and shoving for a chance to see Oppa. You hear a scream in the distance, but almost as immediately as it was heard, the sound of the distressed cry was swallowed whole by the shrieks of the excited teenage girls crowding around him. You paused for a split second, pondering on the fiasco you have found yourself in. Was fighting through an ocean of people really worth it? Is your health and your Oppa's well-being really worth so little? Your thoughts are rudely interrupted by the loud shudders and bright flashes of the camera next to you. You turn to see the identity of the camera owner, and you realize it's Unedited. Rage bubbles within you. You're already angry that you don't have exclusive rights to Oppa like you should. But now, even if you have that bond, and you know that bond with him is special, it just doesn't show. What can you do? Step 4. Get connections. Friendships are an integral part of feeling included in any sort of activity. Having someone share the same interests and having genuine connections are a truly rare phenomenon. For you, however, the allure of human connection is easily ignored. Why would you do any of that unless it benefits you in your journey for Oppa in any way? For truly rare photos of Oppa, only you will have, you will need to make some expendable friendships. Make friends with employees of the company, airline workers, telecom employees, hotel management, taxi drivers, and any person on the planet that would have any connections with him in a totally not suspicious way so you can get the ultimate access to your Oppa that nobody else will have. With your new connections, you can get closer and more intimate photos of your Oppa. Bribe your new friendships for backstage passes, airline seats near them, hotel room numbers, cell phone numbers, and more. You could even send your flock of taxis after them like some sort of army or mafia. Remember, you're not a glorified stalker. You're a Fansite Manager. You're not a sassing fan because everyone hates them. You're a Fansite Manager, meaning you can essentially do the same thing but with half the consequences. You share your photos, and you sell merchandise with other people, so you're fine. With your unbridled access, you can even take selfies with them whenever you want. Is he tired, injured, stressed, unhappy, or clearly under any sort of distress? Well, he can worry about that later. Do you know how hard it was for you to come see him? Look at all those guards. They didn't want me to go in here. My god, he should totally understand how tired, injured, stressed, unhappy, and clearly under distress you are. With this, there's no way Unedited can beat you now. Now that you've gained a considerable following on your fan page, it's time to start profiting off your work. There are many things that you can start selling, like photo books, group merchandise, and anything that's totally not an infringement of intellectual property rights. Slap together some merchandise, sell them to the fan base, and use that money to power your wonderful cycle of your new life of celebrity glorification. Right. Like I just mentioned, this is your new life now, so you'd better devote all your time to following Oppa everywhere, or else you'll fall behind in levels of devotion, and you can't let Unedited beat you at all. You just can't have that. You'd better devote all your time to following Oppa everywhere. So what do? If you have a job, quit that, because obviously spending your days mindlessly following a celebrity around the world is much more fulfilling as a job than your actual one. You're almost like a journalist, except they actually get paid. If you're over 16 and still in school, just quit. it's legal to leave anyways. And you don't need calculus to follow your passion. Who needs that diploma? Step 6. Gift projects. In the midst of your chaos, you remember that your oppa's birthday is coming soon. So what will you do? Why, you collect a bunch of money from your viewers to buy an extravagant gift, of course. Remember from the previous videos, I mentioned that buying gifts is a great way to attract your oppa's attention. What better way to attract oppa's attention than to use money that isn't yours? Raise money, buy an expensive gift, and ensure you are the one presenting it to him so you can take all the credit and there will always be a positive association with him and your face. For more tips on that regard, I have a separate video for that right here. Shameless self-promotion, you know. Anyways, on to step 7. Betrayal. After years of following him around, you should have a significant following of other fans and a lot of dirt on him. You know who oppa is dating. You already have several pictures of them on dates. Are you surprised? Of course you would have these pictures. You're practically with him every moment of his life. He just doesn't know it. However, what if he commits the ultimate sin? Dating someone you don't personally like or just dating at all. Once you suddenly decide that he has betrayed your trust by trading his chastity, you have the ability to ruin him. To ruin him like he ruined your life. Like how dare he not live up to your ideals? There's some simple steps you can take to ensure that he will never see the light of day again. After all, if you can't have him, nobody can. Announce that you're leaving the fandom in the most dramatic way possible. Cite your years of devotion and your sense of betrayal, and ensure you leave in the most destructive way possible. Use what the Russians used in World War II, torch the grass as you go, leaving nothing redeeming for his fangirls to love. If you can't have him, nobody can. Release dating images, and the horror! Pictures of him that you didn't edit! Why would any of his fangirls like him if he looks like a human being and not a god? Only you have that special bond with him. Why would any of them like him if he looks like a real person? You're the only one who sees past that, and because he doesn't want that from you, he might as well not get that from anybody else, ever. Now you have completed the full cycle. It is time for you to move on to another oppa and continue the progress. You will run through many people this way, slowly exiling every single member of the industry until there's nobody left. Nobody left but you, that is.